The situation, you just trying to be smarter than the situation you're about to be.
Never start, then it'll never amount to anything because you never even gave it a chance.
Probably still not.
You're not doing. So like and subscribe.
Back YouTube with Many Reasons here. We have our extra guest on, and your name is?
Ebony.
All right. So we got an interesting conversation for y'all today because we were talking amongst ourselves before we started recording, but we're going to let Campus lead us into it, all right?
Okay, the topic of this is his or her vision, right? And so the ladies here, really, it feels like a 1v3, y'all, but well, don't worry, we're going to fight back, man. We're going to fight back. And I'm not saying Kaylin's against me, but they made a really good point, y'all. So we're going to let it get started, but it really just his or her vision. Which one do y'all want to start on? Okay. All right, YouTube. So I had this argument of this, right? So I said, regardless of what's going on and this and that and third, when you are in a marriage, you are one. And so therefore, that means the man is the head. So that means we got to go in his direction. But they were making a point where, oh, what if she has an idea, this and that and third? And I'm thinking like, yeah, we can pour water on that idea too. But we still got to go in this direction. You can do both. Just takes proper communication.
Think. Because the man of the household supposed to take off first, that the woman can't have her dream also. Like, even if the woman dream comes before the man dream, I feel like it should still be both of them working on it together instead of separate.
Okay. Go ahead,
Yes, I feel like both of them can handle their own path, because if you have like a stronger woman with you and she wants her own and not depend on her husband, she can go get that. I feel like she can handle that. But at the same time, she's going to support you. She's going to be right there with you along everything that you go through, but she still wants her own.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ken. All right, then. So I'm going to play a little devil's advocate. What about the men who can put their dream aside just to go help their wife or help their girlfriend at that point? Because it's like, majority of the time when we speak on these conversations, it's like you have to put yours aside for your husband. So it's like, or your significant other. You stop what you're doing, you stop schooling, you stop this, you stop working to support them. So here my question is, you as a man, the viewers, are you comfortable enough to put your dream aside for a moment if you see her vision going forward first? Can you like, I can wait for a season? Because sometimes you gotta wait in the season.
Okay. You good?
I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. Now I got all 3 points make sense, and they're all kind of going on the same thing. So you two, we're gonna fight back. We're gonna fight back. We just got to, but it's in reason and understanding, right? Because there's grace everywhere. So I like that point, and the woman can have an idea of her own. But see, when you become one, there is no you and I. It's one. So then we all are moving in a certain direction. An arrow is straight. It don't pivot off, and then you see what I'm saying? It's no longer a straight arrow, right? So if I have a vision, and let's say I took her, and then she has a vision and an idea, right? And her idea comes to fruition a slightly faster than mine, then what I'm going to do is this. We're going to sit down and have a conversation. Hopefully it's already rooted in God first, or whatever, religion that most people believe in, because everybody don't believe in it. But I see that, honey, your vision is growing. It's becoming fruitful. It's actually helping us multiply. The kids are going to be good. The grandkids are going to be fine. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, let's water your vision. Let's water your idea. I have no problem with that because she's a help me, right? She helps me. She supports me. She helps me in ways that people can't see behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Pick me up when I'm down, right? So I'm going to give you that same courtesy, right? I'm still going to pour water on your vision because you had an idea before you met me. And I understood it before I took you, right? And took you down the aisle. So then therefore, I'm going to still believe in it, right? Yeah. Mine might be a season or it might take a second, but we're still going to have to go in this direction. Why can then she not get me and her supporting that and it's still working, but still going this way? Because I still believe in my wife. I still love my wife. I still care for her. I would die for her and all these things. So then why can we not still go in the direction that we're supposed to already go into? Because when the family falls, it's my fault. It's not her fault. It's my fault, right? They're going to blame me first. So then my job is to already do the foundation with her as a team and then, support and all these things, right? I still can believe in her, but we can still go in this direction, even if mine's off for a season. What's the problem with that?
Some men,
It's not a problem. But the only thing I'm saying is, while yours is not ready yet, she can be prosperous. She can be doing a little bit better, getting things right now.
Okay.
some men don't see the full potential in their wife either. They think, oh, she just want this for right now, or like it's not gonna be for everything. Like it's just temporary.
Okay, men, if you're out there, believe in your lady's thing, because she might have an idea that really might be of value. So hear her out, give her that space, because she is a helpmeet and this and the third, and she is wise wife counsel. So hear her out, because you don't know that might actually come into fruition one day, and it really might take y'all. But okay, I like that point. But see, you can have your own, but it shouldn't be your own because it's together. You see what I'm saying? I'm supporting you. So then why can't it be our own? It might be out of your head, but it can still be support from me, because if you see, it seems like you're trying to cut him out.
No, because y'all can still have y'all side things going on and still be together. Like still have something at the end of the day between y'all two. Yeah. Like it don't have to just be just one person doing this, one person doing that. Y'all can do it both together. Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's her vision, that's your vision.
True.
She might not like your vision, but she's gonna do it because she's with you.
But see, that's what I'm saying. The support. Why does it seem like y'all trying to make a divide?
Because it's not dividing anything. Mm-hmm. It's just that she wants something for her. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. She understands that this is where you're going. This is where you want to go. But at the same time, while we are going to get what you need, she needs something for her. Okay, so is it like a source of fulfillment or what?
No, because at the end of the day, what if you just want to up and leave? What she have? She don't have nothing.
Which that's true, and that does happen today. But see, that's why you already do the proper vetting before that, so you know that we in this together, right? If we already do the proper vetting, then that ain't even a conceivable thing, because beforehand, marriage could not be divorced unless for certain reasons. Now they do it for whatever. See, there's actually incentives behind the reason why some people do it.
Yeah, but you just answered your own question. Like anything can happen out of anywhere. You could be going through something one day, and then out of nowhere, everything's done.
But see, you already believing in bad faith. Watch this, because two things can be opposite and true, right? There are some people that got married and are dying together, and there are some people that are not. That is not everyone's reality. But people paint the bad over everything. That's the problem. Because some people today, our grandmas way back when, yours, hers, and hers, and his, figured out how to get to the end of life with the same one that they started off with since day one, right? Okay. If you paint bad on everything and put everything in yellow, then of course people are going to condemn the very thing that they want to be, because, oh, the man's going to leave and this and the third. It's not always the concept and case. If you do proper vetting beforehand and y'all had that communication, you're going to rock out to the end of life, because you want to believe in him to be a winner, and he wants to support you and how you support him. So it can work in tandem, hand in hand.
Yeah, but times have changed though. Yeah. Back then, women were way more dependent on men. Way more. Yeah. Back then, a lot of women had to take care of children at a young age, so they didn't have schooling. They didn't have jobs. They didn't have no sources of taking care of themselves. So they were more dependent on the man back then. So now it's a different time. So it's men out here just think that they can do what they want to do. Up and say, well, I want to be for the streets today. And then just go outside and be out, gone, don't see him for days. So what does that woman do if she...
Now watch this. You said, they ain't got no money, no education, all this. Some people's great grandmas and all them had a 4th grade education, still had that man, and they still make life work out. Education has nothing to do with it. I get the money. No, you didn't hear me. So let me repeat that. They had 4th grade. Some of them didn't even have one, and families were still happier than the ones that got degrees and all this nowadays, right? Yeah, so then
we're still happy.
That thing does not matter.
But I was going off based on what you said. Yeah. You said that they tried to make relationships stay longer. They didn't have a choice then, because a lot of the women were so dependent on the man.
But if there was proper vetting, and we knew how proper vetting was, the man would vet the others and then see through the BS, right? So if you didn't do proper, then really, whose fault is that? Because men can see through other men's nonsense like ladies can see through women's nonsense, right? So then why not then rely on the forefathers and the elders around you, the men that of value, that love you, that would die for you, that protect you, and you under their covering to then see through the man's nonsense?
So rely on the village.
Yes, rely on the village. But see, people don't want the village anymore to rely on. So then how can you then come forth with...
A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have that.
Okay. A lot of folks, especially now, going back to your point, a lot of people are delusional. A lot of people have unrealistic expectations, and a lot of folks have an overinflated ego of self-worth. Not saying it's like you not saying that you can't have self-worth, but it's like a lot. Yeah, a lot of people go above their means. A lot of people put too many things above like what's actually necessary. Relationships are not hard. Let me make this clear. Relationships do not have to be hard. It's what you.
They don't have to be, but they are sometimes.
Yeah, they are sometimes. But I think for us, because how some people say the enemy. No, sometimes it be us. We put situations there. You ever heard this quote? Someone says, "If your home is happy, do not bring problems to a happy home."
I agree.
Sometimes we do get in the way and we do make situations worse or harder than they have to be. Like how you said, especially with women having to depend on men. True, they did have to depend on women. I mean, they did have to depend on their man a lot. But a lot of them sometimes they behind closed doors. They didn't speak on anything. That's why stuff lasted. Nowadays, most men, I ain't keeping it that. Most men just ain't doing nothing, fam. They not.
Okay.
Most females, they sweep certain things up under the rug.
But see now I gotta fight back on that. Yeah, it's true. But back then in the day, their mouths were more shut than they ever been. But see today, now they're putting it out, right? So
You know why though?
tell me why.
They don't have nothing for, like back then. They didn't have nothing for themselves.
True.
So that's why they had to depend on men.
Which is true. But now they're putting everything out in the open and on blast, and it's an unsightly look, right? Because there was decorum back in the day. We used to have a standard and a decorum about ourselves that we would not put things out there and humiliate the family and this and that and the third. But now we don't care about tarnishing anything. People are making the families look crazy, doing this, putting it on social media. Your family look like this, and now it looks like this because of all the things in the Reddit you want to push out there. I'm not saying closed mouth don't get fed. True, but at the same time though, you're supposed to have communication about yourself to be able to figure this thing out. Putting things out there don't make the stuff look good. It don't make it look good. Now we see Facebook. It looks crazy how people be putting their lives out there.
It's just only because the times we live in now. Yes, it is. It has a lot to do with that because a lot of times is back then, them people barely had phones. Like that's why they wasn't telling. That's why they wasn't. Like it was a lot that they really couldn't do.
If you want to be technical. The modern day actually of technology ruined people because so that's what I'm saying. Before then was better than now. That's what I'm saying. Y'all agreeing with me, right?
In a way.
No. It was better because think about it. There's an oversaturation of the market on every facet of your life. Technology, sexualization, this, that, and the third, right? Because of social media being so prevalent as it is. It was actually healthier then than it is now. I'm not saying that everything was perfect back then. That's not what I'm saying. It could have been 50-50. Still better than what we see out here now with the oversaturized nature of social media. Social media has not done anything for people. Yes, ladies have more of a voice. But we all see that since ladies have more of a voice, not all of them should have a voice. Because not everyone should be a representation of the people that they look like. Right?
Not everybody should have a platform. Is what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Well, that's right. I agree.
with that.
I agree
with that.
Okay, so my thing is this: if you're gonna have a representative to speak for people, then have one that's rooted in good faith, that's actually trying, not quitting, and actually puts the point in the fore.
Had people that been in a similar, situations as whoever they speaking on or watch or whatever. So that's another reason why some people act the way they do.
Which is true, but then see, now you have trauma. And what do you do with trauma? You go heal trauma. And then you get back out here. But see, everyone's too busy trauma dumping on others.
But everybody don't know how to heal.
Yeah.
Everybody don't know how to heal.
And you know what? If you don't know, then seek it out. Because people are getting self-taught on everything. Man don't know how to fix a car. Look on it. Now he fixed a car. Lady don't know how to change wires in the house. Look at YouTube. Now so don't give me that because everyone's getting self-taught in something. Some do right now.
But some trauma is deeper than other people's trauma. Like you might not even realize it's trauma for real.
People don't handle things the same. Campers, you like to make people do what you want them to do.
No. We can fight back, YouTube. We can fight back. We can fight back.
You want people to do things your way, and if it ain't that way, that's wrong.
That's a lie.
No. The way you speak, yeah.
YouTube, and they know me personally in my life, and we sometimes get into these debates. But what I'm saying is, YouTube, I'm not an all be all my way or no way. That's not what I'm saying. It might sound like that. Don't listen to them, they glazing. But what I'm saying is this, YouTube. There is a fundamental way that when you use your mind and your logic to figure out life and see that you have a problem, you go and then want to seek out and fix the problem. Everyone has a different problem and everyone calculates their problem differently, right? But that does not give you the right to then go put that problem on somebody else because you don't want to deal with yours. Stay out the market.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, everybody don't think like that. Yeah. Everybody don't handle things like that. Everybody, you got to realize, and I had to realize this too, a lot of people don't have common sense.
Which is true.
Like, seriously. Like, I've talked to some people and then I just think they supposed to know certain things, but a lot of people don't.
Which is true.
A lot of people don't.
But see,
so that goes back to me saying, like, you may think, okay, this is what they supposed to do in this situation, whatever, but some people don't think like that. Some people don't come up with stuff that you do.
Actually, in life, and it's not the way I do. Actually, in life, you're supposed to get better. You're supposed to. You're supposed to upgrade. Wait, hold up. You're supposed to get better, right? Everyone, in life, there is no charge for you to have to get better. There's not. You can stay at the same level that you want to be in your life. That's fine. But see, I hear women talk about low vibrations and all this stuff and this which you just have an idea. I don't know about all that low vibration stuff. So if you are at low vibrations, then guess what you do? You stick with low vibrational people, right? Then that'll keep you out of the market with other people that want to ascend. But you have no right, I think, on the inside to go with low vibrations and all this nonsense to go to the other people that's trying to figure it out, right? I don't think so, because guess what? Now you're messing up the hierarchy. You're putting a problem in it. You're throwing a wrench in the machine. You're making chaos instead of.
Why they can't go with those people if they trying to elevate themselves? If they trying to make themselves better, why they hang out with them people?
You just said hang out with them and just like be friends.
No, I'm saying you just said you don't got no right to go with these people up here. But if they're trying to get their life a little bit better, why they can't go with them people?
Well, first of all, you just said if they're staying there. Now you're giving the point that they should get the right to go in and are they getting better?
Some people don't want to grow though. Yeah, I'm not saying
yeah. But see, if you want to stay at a low frequency, then you should stay with low frequency. But see, that's the problem. You have too many people trying to pass the hierarchy, highs going for low and lows go for high. Now you wonder why everybody's broken. Times change. Times don't change. People do. People are making the problem. Times ain't doing that.
I'm gonna end this episode off. Camber, you made a good point, but some people's issues are rooted more like beyond physical. Sometimes it's spiritual, and people deal with spiritual battles differently.
I never said the form of battle.
Campers, I get what you're saying.
But it's like here in any facet, then stick with the low. I didn't make no mediation of money, this and this. No. Stick with them.
No, but then people.
But why they gotta stick with them? They trying to make themselves better.
But are you trying to grow? Because when you ask to grow, let's say for instance, right?
They can't grow. Wait, you say stick right now.
Oh, watch this. I got something for you. I got something for you. Watch this. I'm finna cook real quick. You said that, right? If I'm choosing her and I want her and this and that third, but I'm broken and unhealed, and me and her be talking for a while, right? Mm-hmm. And then she wants me to. She says, "Be my man," but are you healed? You would then do a Carfax on somebody. Have you sought the healing? Have you been people are supposed to put effort and show you the process. You're not doing the Carfax. That is your problem. She was like, Cam, have you been to therapy? Have you worked on your mind? What is the results of your training and as trying to get better in life? But people ain't doing that. That's the problem. You're supposed to show results to then get to the thing that you want. But people ain't showing the results. Why? Because they're not doing anything in process. So if you're not doing anything in process, you should stay where you are.
So what makes you think they're not doing it?
Yeah.
I'm not. Then why are they not showing the process and the results to the person that they want?
I'm saying, but everybody take their own time.
Not everything is tangible.
You can't just expect people to just get something done just like that.
I never said so. Because if it's a spiritual thing, then guess what you do then? You go get in church. You go get in church.
Stop. You see what you're doing? You saying you're supposed.
You're supposed
to, because in life you're supposed to do that.
Hold on. Not everybody knows how to start the journey, fam.
Exactly.
So I need you. I get it.
Exactly.
You made a good point.
No, I'm not done.
Also, you gotta find a good.
Yeah, and then you can't expect people to go how you want them to go, or you can't expect them to go as fast as you want them to go. People do their stuff. They pace themselves. You know what I'm saying?
I want you to go in at my pace because guess what? I might be low vibrational in the spiritual realm because I don't got a good relationship, right? But you know what I'm going to do? I'm taking my process slowly on my pace. Go to church, go do this. But see, if you know you have a problem, then how do you fix the problem? By getting a solution. Everyone knows that. That's a root thing. If fathers in the third world country need food, he's gonna go kill the problem to then bring the solution home. So stop playing with me because it's rooted in us. Everyone knows it. If you have a problem, you fix the problem. Dads go kill pigs to bring it home so to get the bacon.
Fixing the problem.
So then,
everybody takes
then you know how to start it. That's what I'm saying. You know how to start it then. It's seeking the help. How did Dad go do it? He got off his butt, figured it out, and went and did what he needed to do. So then, it's an innate thing.
But not everybody can just get up.
Yes, that's what we said.
Homie just killed the pig. He just killed the pig.
But that mean he got to cook it right there?
No, yes, he do to supply for the kids. Y'all are glazing right now, bro. Y'all are glazing.
It's a process of what we're telling you. That's what we're not saying you're wrong. We're just saying how you're saying it. You saying go do this right now. We gotta get this done now. We saying some people will do that tomorrow. Some people might take 2-3 days. Some people might do it that week.
Some people might take a year.
That's what we said, but we're not saying that he's not going to get it done.
And that is your problem. If that problem to you is such a great magnitude that you think you need to fix it, then you should make it a priority. That's your problem. You're putting off the problem and then wonder why life ain't turning out for you. That is your issue. That's your issue. Yeah.
Had a problem that they wasn't fixing it. That's their problem.
Which is true. But then see, that's when you had the communication. Hey, honey, I have a problem and I need a fix. So while I'm over here in process, work with me.
You forgot about the episode that we talked about. Sometimes you can't just do it right then. Because remember, if you got a problem, who do you go to for the problem?
You go to God first.
Right?
Yeah.
But
you go to the therapist because he made those for a reason too.
Everybody don't have a therapist.
Which is true.
But then let God sit there and tell you, now you gotta wait.
And then you got people that say
That problem get fixed? No, if God said, I got you, but you have to be what? Patient. What then?
Then this is what you do, right? I got something for you. Then if you got a problem and God says be in this season for a little bit, right? Then you go sit with your family. You go mediate to your wife. You go talk to the help me that he has given you, that she supports you in the way she was supposed to. Hey, honey, I'm in this season. Me and God got a lot going on, but we still good. You just got to work with me. You got to be able to communicate that. You got to be able to be thorough with that because see, back in the day, right? Wives didn't work, but what your husbands did do is go home, cuddle, comfort, and support and reassure her. You help my life. You do it in a different way. And that's what you're supposed to do. So while I'm in process, work with me, baby. I'm still going to take care of us. We still good. We still going to eat. Them kids ain't going to go for nothing. Just wait for God and me to put this together so then we can go. That's what you do. You got to have that conversation. Husbands used to go back home and reassure their wives, and wives probably would cry and feel like they couldn't do nothing. But as long as he reassured her, she knew that her efforts was being appreciated. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what I would do because you are my support. So why would I not then support you? Make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to support.
But you just agreed to our point, though. You said you're going to have to go through the process. Yeah. That's what we've been saying the whole time.
No. You said it. You say it like you have no remorse. That's the problem.
Man, life is already hard. If you want to make it harder, then do that. And I'm fine with that. Go ahead. This is your life. But what I'm saying is this. If you want life to be a little bit easier, then take care of the problem. I know my problem, but see, my problem is my own personal thing. My spiritual problem doesn't affect anyone else. until I take a wife, and then she has to follow me, and then we have to go down this path. See, but I know when it plays into, right? Me and him need to work this out, so then when I get there, it's good. My problems are not all these physical problems that a lot of people are creating in life. So if you know what your problem is and what place it falls in, money literacy, this, famine, and you should know how to then figure it out. I know where mine falls. I know how to fix it, and I know when it gonna come into play. I know those things. See what I'm saying? So I can choose to take long to fix it or not, but I'm choosing to fix it right now in the season. Why? Because when she comes along, I want me to be good. So when God talks to me, I'm not missing anything for us. So I can then have them conversations with her saying, hey, we locked in. We going this way. But I still believe in you. I support you. I love you. I die for you. I give you my life. I'm going to support any dream that you have. But we still going over here. I would do that. Everybody's problem is different. I have no problem with that. But go seek the help first. Go seek it. It don't hurt. It don't cost you nothing. What does it cost you? To go learn from somebody talking about money literacy. To go talk to God. It don't take nothing. It don't take nothing to go get some food. You can go kill a rat right now and get some food. We're exaggerating, but it don't take nothing. See what I'm saying? Everybody has a problem. Every problem has a solution. It's just if you want to get up your to go get that solution. If you don't want to, rock. Stay where you is. That's fine. But don't be coming up here with the people wanting to elevate and get some motion and want to do good. I'm not saying that that's how it's going to work in life, but they want to do better, right?
But that's just what I was saying. You keep saying don't come up here, but I'm saying how that person is going to start working on that problem, getting that problem, if we don't come up there and be with the people that's going to help me get to where I need to be.
You still in the
Because I can't stay down here where you keep saying stay down here.
Low vibrations.
Yeah.
Oh, so you want to raise vibrations? You want to go higher?
Like what if you're trying to raise vibrations, but you can't do that if you're down here?
Well, then you can. I'll give a caveat. You can rise, but until you get to the high vibrational people, don't be dating. Don't be out there, because you're still in process. Everybody needs to know that when you're in process, you should date in process people.
But now, what if you meet somebody that brings out that good thing in you?
Then that means she's a good thing for you.
Okay.
Then that means that you can part. Then that means then that means you can get with lady, or y'all can have this conversation and be like, hey, I'm in process, but if she brings out the good in you, then y'all can have that conversation. Hey, let's rock together. You still gonna see the results of me. I'm still gonna show you the effort that I'm putting in to do better. It always has to be a results thing. People don't show results, and then you wonder why life looks the way it is. You can Carfax. Ask for the Carfax. Ask it. YouTube, ask the Carfax.
That was an interesting conversation. Y'all tell us what y'all think and be in the comment section below. Visions. Put both of their social medias down, and Lord, his vision versus her vision, y'all.
You don't get off.
I mean, that's fine. And YouTube, I'm sorry, some friend that will.
If I take my path this way, and my path is going a little bit better than yours, you gonna come this way.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. It ain't supposed to be better. Y'all together, so it's supposed
Yes,
to be ours.
I mean
That's
it can't.
the
It
problem
do
right
supposed to
there,
be
YouTube.
better.
Do you see what I'm saying?
But okay,
That's
y'all
why
are
I'm
a
breaking up so
partnership.
bad.
Y'all are a partnership. But if she has
Marriage.
a better
Y'all
plan,
do partnerships. Marriage.
it's still a partnership. However you want to say
It's
it.
definitely-
Y'all are two partners coming together
Yeah.
to get to one place. So therefore, like I said, if her plan is coming better, faster, and can go get y'all where y'all need to be, you ain't gonna come that way.
I just gave the answer. You water her plan, you support her plan, and you give her that confirmation, but you still going in this direction. I said that. I answered.
That already.
No, because you keep saying you still going this way, but what I'm saying, she might still want to be this way.
He's not the head?
He is. He is.
Make that make sense. How are you going to agree and acknowledge that he is the head and you supposed to follow, but then that don't make sense?
Together.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I just said that though. You believe in this, but we still got to go right over here.
YouTube. You have to keep fighting. Like, no, because I wouldn't. No.